All right, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com, 303-666-9020. Listing in 1997 to 2001 as far as direct bolt-on. Will work from 2002 all the way up to 06. However, take a look at our YouTube channel and I do a comparison video on those tubs. It's good length on it, show you exactly what the differences are. And I'll give you the two. One's firewall, one's seat. Yes, they're workaroundable, but watch that video. I'm not going to go into all that. My video is already long enough for each of these tubs. So anyway, this is a really clean tub. It's got a kind of a weird paint job, which makes it look kind of ugly. But as most people probably are going to be painting one, this would be a good one if you're going to do that. And if you're not going to do that, just a little bit of time with my Hotsy and good amount of pressure, and I was able to get all the flakiness that you kind of see, these spotty whites come through. So I don't know what they applied that with, but they clearly didn't prep the surface at all, because I can blast through it and I just don't have the time to do all that. Normally I don't do that, and I'm not going to do that. So if you ask, I apologize, but I'll tell you no. So we just have a lot to do out here. This is a big yard, and because we do frame videos and tub videos and yada yada yada, it does take a remarkable amount of time. But the whole point of this video is to show you this tub as if it's here, as if you were standing here next to me, as I always say. So we'll walk through it, and if there's any damage, I will show you. If there's any rust, I will show you. But this is a very clean tub. The only bit of rust at all, and it's surface. So we have, let me just break down our rust for you, the way we grade our rust. So we have oxidation. That's just bare metal, and it gets literally oxidized. And you'll see that a lot when they're installing oil pipes or a lot of city pipes, whatnot. So that's so easy to get rid of. You can literally take a Scotch-Brite pad and graze over it. It is like powdery iron oxide. That's all it is, okay? So people often get that confused with surface rust. Surface rust is when you start getting layers of metal flaking off. So this is kind of right here. We have a little bit on the, ironically, this passenger side. And we are right in between oxidation and surface rust. We don't have a lot of layering going on, which is good. This isn't very, this isn't actually deep, but it is rough enough that a Scotch-Brite pad is not going to do much to this. This would be a wire wheel or a little bit more of a sandpaper or abrasive to do this. There's a little bit of water. I thought I had these drained, but clearly I did not. These plugs, we usually pull them here. That should help drain that guy. So, and when I got this, there was water sitting in it, which even clean water, bare metal, will eventually start, and that's what I think this did. So otherwise, that's it. That's the only thing on it. It's the passenger side. Normally there's a little bit of this going on that side, just because you get the bare metal. But I think because the drains weren't pulled on them, and I had to pull the drains, that's where you got a little bit of that. But again, we guarantee that you can take this and get a wire wheel and still have, this isn't soft at all. There's no rot in this, but there is a little bit of bubbling on that paint, and just something to be aware about, okay? Tunnel is great. That's over the paint there. This is just smooth as can be. That leached out from the e-brake handle, okay? The floors, the feet of your roll bar, excellent. Look at that, bare metal, beautiful. A lot of times that's another place these like to rust. The rear's good. This thing's never been in an accident, never rolled over. Very, very clean. It's nice and flat back here, meaning it hasn't been overloaded. And again, that driver's side floorboard, absolutely beautiful, almost perfect. So if you happen to have white or gonna paint it and don't want to paint the inside, this one's almost clean enough you could do a little touch-ups here and not mess with the inside. Here's your cowling area. This does come off. We usually pull them. We don't really have a huge need for them, so we've been keeping them on there lately. But you can see there's no rust in this area here. This area is covered by a cowl, which we sell if you need one of those. This corner piece here, I always like to show these with your windshield frame mounting hinges area. Both sides are in really good shape. This is a little bit harder when you get this area right through here. If you get dings up in this area, they can be a little bit more difficult to repair. So it's nice when they're like that. I do see a lot of dings in that area, so it's not a huge deal, but it is something I like when I don't see them. Okay, firewall, nice and clean, beautiful, just like it should be. I'm gonna flip it upside down here in a second. This was likely a Sahara tub or some sort of upgraded tub. And the reason I know is that metal strip that you see down the bottom, the other side's already been pulled. But that held that clad molding that the Saharas often got. They kind of had that facade step built into them, that's what went there. So if you happen to have a Sahara or one of the upgraded trims that had that, that is great. You'll have those there to do that. And if you don't, you can see kind of a couple little holes on the other side, and that's what will be left here. And when you pull that off, and you'll just simply fill that in. Whether you do that with a welder, which isn't very difficult to do, usually what we do, it takes a few minutes to just do each little hole, or you can putty it. They're small enough holes, they'll hold up. There is one little ding right there I seen, and it's actually hard to see. This side, it doesn't look too bad. It's not bad at all, but from the right angle, you can kind of see it more or less. This, I think, is the side you can kind of see the dinger on it. So it looks like a door ding right there. So, but the lower rocker's good. Up around your wheel well's great. Again, the corners almost are always dinged up on these or caved in, and these are excellent shape. Really, really good shape all through there, lower rocker and whatnot. So I'm gonna put it up on this side here because there's nothing, take some of these screws and stuff. We try to, when we put them up on the side, which is totally fine to do. Matter of fact, this is one of the ways we haul them, as you can see on the trailer. But if there's nothing, if it's nice and flat and there's no bolts or anything stuck to the tub, like this side here, you could do it on, but you risk damaging, dimpling in that side of the tub. So I try not to do that. So bear with me for just a second. I'm gonna pause it and I'll be right back. Okay. Let me just illustrate something real quick. I did that by myself. They are heavy, but they're not that heavy. The older I get, the harder it is to flip it up on its side by myself, but it's just what you do sometimes. You don't have extra set of hands. So my point to that is that when it gets delivered, whether it's me or our hot shot crew, it's nice if you have equipment. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's not required. But you do need to have a cart or a wagon. You can set up, people put some 2x4s across them to widen kind of the profile out. We can basically slide it right off the trailer onto that. Or if you want to enlist, 8 of your neighbors, which some people do, and then I'm sure their neighbors stop answering the phone. Anyway, okay, so these are your torque pocket holes. If you watch any of our videos over the years, you'll know I harp on these the most. There's 10 of them on the tub. We're gonna count them off. Okay, nice shiny threads like they should be, no collapsing. There's 1, 2, absolutely beautiful. 3, perfect. 4, above your gas tank skid. You won't see this until that comes out. 5. Now, let's take a quick look at these real quick. This is the back boxed in complete channel that runs all the way down. A lot of Jeeps blow those out when they get into rusty areas. This ones are absolutely perfect. The skirting's a little bit bent, but you can bend that back pretty easily. Okay, but the actual box structure and the lower rocker for your tailgate, perfect on this thing. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is as close, after 21 years of doing this, to a grade A that you'll find as far as the tub goes. So we unfortunately aren't getting a lot of grade A Jeeps anymore. There's always seems to be something. And the way we grade ours is if there's no rust, meaning no rot, anything is either oxidized or little surface rust, and there's very little body damage or body work required. So little dings and stuff aren't gonna take it down a grade. But if it had a lower rocker, caved in, this boxed area was mangled or rusty or whatever, or these corners were damaged beyond just a couple little dings in them, it would go down to the next grade. That's your difference between your A's and B's for us. Your C's, I don't do a lot of C's. I really try to avoid them because it starts getting into almost not worth saving. Typically a C is gonna be, and some of my tubs, I actually have 1 or 2 C's out there. They're almost perfect tubs in every way, shape, or form, but you'll start seeing not fully collapsed and not broken off holes, but you'll start seeing the middle. For some reason, the middle ones are the ones that like to go. But you do save a significant amount of money on those. We could fix them, but it's just not in our cards to have the time to do that. So if you get one and you're like, I don't want to spend that on what he's asking, you can call us. I don't list my C grades. And I really don't like to list anything but our A's, our premium ones. But every once in a while, you can call and I go, I think I have one out there. So there's a red one, And there's a black one. I believe they're both early tubs. They're sitting out around there. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to list the rest of these. I think I have one more TJ tub to put up other than the one that already sold. Actually, the two that have sold. There's two more on that trailer, or one more on that trailer. One I just put up this morning. That one's available. And then one I'm going to put up, another blue one, I think. And that one hopefully will be a nice grade A as well, or close to it. So, okay. Questions, comments, let me know. I'm gonna get some photos of the bottom while it's up like this, then I'll get it taken up to our upper lot. All of our tubs and frames sit up there. We just do that to make sure nobody backs into one down here. There's a lot of moving parts in this yard. There's 7 or 8 guys that work here full time. We got heavy equipment, loaders, forklifts, backhoes, you name it. And 7 acres between the upper and the lower lot. So last thing we want to do is spend all the time we have into this tub and cleaning it after the dismantling, which takes a long time, but cleaning it up and then videoing it, photoing it for somebody to back into. And let me tell you, at my old yard, it was only a 1/4 acre and it happened all the time. It used to drive me absolutely crazy. So we've prevented that. Never haven't had anything like that happen over in 8 years. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. It's reference on time. I always like to stamp our videos somewhat. So it's May 10th, 2025. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. My own mother, my mother-in-law, my wife, and my sisters and everybody else. So, and to you that I don't know. All right. Take it easy. 303-666-9020. Thank you.